Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So a while ago over on my Instagram story, I asked you all, what do you think are the worst dolls American Girl has ever made? Now there's literally no facts to back this up. There's no right or wrong answers. This is just simply an opinion-based video, and I'm going to be reacting to what my Instagram followers think are the worst dolls American Girl has ever made. So if you want to be in fun videos like this, most of the time I do post stuff to YouTube and Instagram asking questions, but a lot of the times it's just on Instagram. So be sure and follow me over there at kyla.collects. Anywho, again, this is just an opinion-based video. Some of these I will disagree with, politely and respectfully, of course. Speaking of that, please keep your opinions positive, polite, and respectful down below. You can always have a different opinion. Just remember to share it in a positive light, and we don't need to fight here, okay? They're all dolls, and we all love them. So this is in no particular order. I have been meaning to do this video and I just kept pushing it off because I had other videos to do instead. But anyway, we have a wide variety here. And if you do not see the doll that you picked, it's just because there were a lot and I only picked the ones that really got the most quote unquote votes or kind of stood out to me, because I was either like, oh my God, I totally agree, or oh my gosh, wow, really? People don't like this doll. So anyway, no particular order, let's begin. Starting off the list, we have Girl of the Year 2021, Kira Bailey. Now, I expected her to be on this list, and she was actually more than 3 times. So really quickly, just if you did not know, I happen to really, really love this doll. I think it has a lot to do with her collection because I love the whole magenta and pink theme she's got going on. I even own her massive tent thing. It's like the only big ticket item I do own from American Girl. My issue with Kira is probably everybody else's issue with Kira is the fact that, yes, she does look like Julie, who, spoiler alert, did not get suggested once. And I was kind of like, you guys, we mess around and talk about how much we don't really like Julie on this channel all the time, and nobody said Julie, but a lot of people said Kira. I understand if you prefer Julie over Kira. I personally don't, which is weird because Julie's a historical, and you would think I would prefer her over Kira. But for some reason, Kira is just a doll that I absolutely love. I made mine fraternal twins with 83, who you guys know is my favorite Julie Me doll of all time, so I have kind of an attachment to Kira. Next, we've got Courtney Moore, another girl that I knew would be on this list and did receive quite a few votes. So I have a couple issues with this doll. I love the 80s, and I was very let down by not only Courtney as a doll, but I am a fellow blonde-haired, blue-eyed classic mold. So, and in my collection, Courtney's a blonde. So, I have to relate to her on that level, but my really main issue with her is her collection, because I don't like the mix and match aspects. I don't like the fact that you have to purchase the whole set if there's a piece you just really like. I did it with her black and white houndstooth print set. I had to buy the second outfit that came with it, and I thought it was absolutely ridiculous and such a waste of money. But I do use the polka dotted skirt, so it's fine. But aside from that, her appearance is nothing unique. We have a lot of dolls that look very similar to this. Her side bangs bother me, and yes, she does quite resemble Mary Ellen to an extent. I can see where the similarities do happen there. And my Courtney, actually, her hair is another issue I have. I decided with a collection as large as mine, some of them have to have different hairstyles than what they come with. And I decided, since I got a Courtney with horribly messed up curls, I was like, I'm just going to let them out. And they were crimps for a while, but then I was like, you know what? Let's poof it out and make it look like big hair from the 80s. I posted a video recently and she happened to be in it. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, what happened to Courtney's hair? And I was like, nothing happened to her hair. That's just how her hair has been for almost 3 years, She just has big poofy hair like they did in the 80s. I think that would have been a lot better, or even crimped hair versus the curls they did give her. The utter shock, but also not shock, that came over me when I saw Nikki and Isabel Hoffman on the list quite a few times. I have some very good friends in the doll collecting community that do not like these dolls. And you know what? That's totally okay. I'm not going to be like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you don't like the new 90s dolls. No, we don't do that here. We're all friends with our equal opinions. So I think my opinion video on the twins, they're getting their own opinion video dedicated to them. It will come out either before or after this. So just in case it's before, I'm not going to spoil anything, but if it is after and you want to hear my thoughts more in depth, definitely go check that out on the channel. But all I'm going to say is I can understand why people are frustrated with them, but that's all I'm going to say on these two. Another one that got multiple votes was Tenney Grant. Some of you also said Logan, and I lump him in with Tenney, of course. So I had a Tenney, and I thought I was going to really, really love her, and I didn't. So I ended up selling her a couple months ago. I think my thing with Tenney is I thought it wouldn't bother me, but her hands definitely did bother me. I don't know why, but she felt not necessarily cheaper, but she didn't feel like the same quality as any type of American Girl. I really think I primarily wanted her for her wig, so I might be using a Tenney wig for a quote-unquote re-wigging customization of one of my dolls in the future, possibly. Don't quote me on that, but it might happen. Tenney is very Taylor Swift, which is why I thought I would also like her. But again, the whole contemporary thing was quite the disaster, and I'm glad I was on my little doll hiatus when that all went down, because I would have been like, what the heck is going on? My personal opinion on this is going to come with the next doll we're going to talk about, because she does tie into Tenney. Unfortunately, these two will always be tied together. Girl of the Year 2017, Gabriella McBride. But she was put on this list, and the person that suggested her said only because basically of how everything went down with her. And I completely agree. As a truly me, I think she was really cute, and she's still a doll I would absolutely love to have. I don't know why I just haven't bought her yet. Super cute, Sonali mold, love her hair. And if I were to buy her, I would buy her as Girl of the Year or Truly Me 46, and then just keep her name as Gabriella, because that is who she is to us now. But anyway, I personally think they should have just went ahead with it, kept Tenney as Girl of the Year, blah, 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 and then really made Gabriella a new face mold even, you know, something like that. I think it was just handled very, very poorly, not only to release Gabriella with a collection that was kind of recycled pieces and made her a dancer and all that stuff. Her bed looks just like McKenna's. Like, it just wasn't fair. It was so awful to poor Gabriella. And then on top of that, go and release Tenney, Logan, and Z anyway, like a few months after Gabriella was launched. So very, very sad situation. But as far as the doll goes, no, she's not terrible, but I agree. Her execution was poor. Oh, look, the background matches her hair. This particular Truly Me 87 was suggested multiple times, and I do have to agree. So all of the colored hair dolls were mentioned by a couple different people, saying that the design seemed lazy, or they just didn't seem very American Girl and whatnot. And you guys know my opinion on that is 100% accurate. It's the same. We don't need them in our lives. There's a couple more on here, so I will cover those. But remember, if you do like them, please, they're just dolls. Everybody calm down. It's going to be all right. But this one specifically, I remember when this one came out, and I was like, oh my God, what? She was released after 86 with the purple hair, who I kind of liked and was like, okay, she could be good. But then came Cotton Candy Girl, which was 88. Was not a fan. This one was just absolutely terrifying. So I was glad to see her on the list multiple times. If you thought 87 was bad, you should have just waited until 90. This one bothers me specifically. All three of the Street Chic dolls bother me. 89 is tolerable, and I like 92's face. 93 just wasn't necessary. And this one, just the fact that the hair matches the dress, like it's just like a big blue like blob. I mean, I don't want to say blob, that sounds like so rude, but you know what I mean? Just like a big like wave of blue. And it's like, no, that's too much. So I was glad I saw somebody else suggest this one, because I was like, yes, I forgot about her, and now I've been brought back to the blueness of the world. A couple people said 110, and so first of all, let me apologize. With these newer ones, they don't come with the white background, so it's just their overlay. So I'm sorry that her hair is like the same color as the background, but you know, in some spots. Anywho, I own this doll. I caved, and she was the first doll that I bought with unnatural colored hair. It was definitely because she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jess mold, because I've always wanted American Girl to sell one. So my issue with 110, or Nymeria, as I named her, because her hair looks very whimsical, I I haven't bonded with her, and I've had her since they released. I don't know what it is. I have considered rewigging her, and I might actually do that. If not, I could possibly sell her, but don't like make that, oh, okay, let's flood your DMs with, oh my gosh, how much would you want for 110? No. I could possibly sell her if I don't connect with her in the future, but I understand, why a lot of people think she's cute. I mean, I definitely do. I think it's really just the colored hair that's not clicking with me, and that's usually what happens with the colored hair dolls. That's why I never bought any before, and then I caved, and I don't know. I can't remember what this one's number is, but I knew it when I grabbed her photo. But this particular new Truly Me, yes, Marie Grace face mold, loving it. I oh my God, it's just beautiful. However, it's like Cotton Candy Girl 2.0. I know this doll actually has a lot of fans out there, but I am definitely not one of them. I do love, again, that they brought the Marie Grace face mold back, and they've definitely been using it more, but that's just too much pastel for me. And you guys know pink is my color. Like, I am the pinkest girly ever, and I just, no. 118 happens to be one of my favorites of the newer release, but there are actually people that do not like her, and that's totally all right. I understand, up until this point, we only had Nenea as the Nenea mold, and I was very happy to see that other Nenea molds, or the Nenea mold was being put on other dolls. I guess some people don't like her just because of the different skin tones that have been used, or they don't really like her hair color or her hair, her wig per se. I love her wig. She looks really, really cute in pigtails. I put Kiara in pigtails. She's been in pigtails since October. I don't know. I think this is definitely one of the best Truly Me's they released in that big batch of dolls when they did the whole rebrand. In my opinion, she is the best one, but that's probably because she was the first one I unboxed, and the first one I was literally like, wow, I need to have. But, she's definitely not for everyone. Just, again, like the colored hair dolls are really just not for everyone, so I get it. Truly Me 23, or just like you 23, whatever you want to call her. This was the latest version of her, and I think she's a very, I don't want to say generic or plain looking, because I think that just sounds so rude, but honestly, yeah, she's nothing has really stuck out to me with her, so I've never really considered buying her. Number 39 is one I've considered getting quite a few times, but I just haven't actually done it yet. A lot of people say she looks like McKenna, and there's really no point to have both of them, but I will always be a lover of McKenna Brooks. So I think 39 is really cute. Definitely not one of the more unique dolls, obviously, but I do like her. World by Us McKenna was mentioned a few times, and I can see where people don't like her. I thought about getting her for a while because I do think she's really adorable, but I think I've decided I'm content with not having her. She looks very, very young. Her face mold is the only one that I need to, recomplete all the face molds collection, but I think I'd much rather get the Truly Me with her face mold because she looks a little bit, she looks a little bit older, but I like McKenna, and I know there's people that also do not like her, but I don't like her enough to actually buy her, so I didn't expect her to be on this list, but I wasn't surprised when I saw her either. Samantha Parkington. I was completely shocked when I saw her because, no, she's not the most unique looking doll, but again, she is one of the original 3 members. However, Samantha has my favorite American Girl collection, like combined with everything she's ever had, like Be Forever and historical releases. I love this doll so much. I don't really do a whole lot with my Samantha because she was my 4th doll, so that girl has seen some stuff. But I love Samantha, and I know she is definitely a fan favorite, so I was kind of surprised to see her on here, but I was like, okay, yeah, I totally understand that. But then at some point I was like, you guys put Samantha on here and still not Julie? Like, I am confused. Be Forever Felicity, I was not shocked to see her a couple different times. This doll was a whole mess, and I feel so bad for Felicity, honestly. Molly McIntyre, the doll that has been brought back more times than I have fingers on one hand. Okay. I was pleased to see her on this list, but not because I think she's a bad doll, just because if you're going to ask me how I rank the original 3, it's always going to go Kirsten, Samantha, Molly. Molly was my 3rd doll, so this girl has seen a lot of stuff too. That's why I do not really ever feature her on my channel except in all my dolls videos. But I think Molly's 2 biggest unique features are that she has glasses and her gray eyes. I love gray eyes. We definitely need more dolls with them. Molly did give us Emily though, who I really, really like. And I do like Molly's time period. It's very interesting. And I do remember that Molly's books were always a favorite of mine. I think just as time has gone on, my love for Molly has kind of fallen, a little bit lower, but I don't hate her. She's just, if I had to rank all the historicals, ooh, maybe now with new historicals, I'll do that again. But if I had to rank them, Molly is definitely in the lower end. And I just think it's because there's just other dolls that I love a lot more than her. I don't know though. Lindsey Bergman, she's a tough one. I expected to see her here because you either really, really love this doll or you really just do not like her. I think she's cute. She's definitely grown on me. I will always advocate for Lindsey though, and I will always say without her, we wouldn't have the Girl of the Years that we have had, you know, all that came after her. So she is very important. And I think the reason everything about her, her collection was so tiny is because they were really just trying to figure out this whole Girl of the Year thing and to see if it actually worked, because up until this point, American Girl had just really been the historicals. And then at the time she came out, it was only a few years into the Just Like You line. So they were still trying to figure things out. Corinne Tan was also another one on the list, and I was kind of shocked to see her. Although, I'm going to be honest with you guys, Corinne has been a doll that I really, really loved, and I'm forever bonded with mine because I bought her from AG Place Orlando on vacation with my family, so I'd never get rid of her because we have like this serious bond together. But she's definitely one that has kind of fallen on my ranking a little bit. I don't know what it is. It's not her hair though, because I actually like the blue in her hair, especially because it's not everywhere and you can hide it. And I love her face mold. I think she's really cute. And Corinne, we talk about this all the time in my live streams. What the heck happened to the Corinne live action movie? Like, did it just never become a thing? Because a lot of us are confused. I swear I didn't do this on purpose, but Luciana Vega is the last doll we're going to be covering today. Yes, she did get a number of votes. One of them belongs to myself. I don't really want to go too in depth with her because I think I've stated enough my actual true opinions on this doll. So I don't want to end on like a super, super negative note. So yeah, Luciana Vega, I was glad that I saw her on this list multiple times. And there you have it, my friends. Now, if you want me to do the best dolls American Girl has ever made, let me know, and then keep an eye out for the question sticker on my Instagram story. Again, go follow me over there at kyla.collects because that will be where things like this are posted. So if you want to let me know down below if you agree with these dolls or if you disagree or you feel like there's some that we missed out on, please just keep everything polite and respectful. You guys know the drill by now. But anyway, if you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.